Hi, my name is Bente, I'm the Norse Witch, and in this video collab, I will show you how to cast a very easy, beginner-friendly self-love spell. But first, as always, patron shoutout. Thank you very much to Bert, Amber, Kristen, John, Evelyn, Ivy, Phoenix, Anton, Noemi, Jenny, Eli Brackett, Tyler, Els, Betty, Misty, Athena, Cameron, Hilda, Tiffany, Amy, Colette, Soren, Braden, Tel, Timothy, Coffee, or the honorary gossip squirrel, Bjorn, Scylla, Ash, Lucy, and Joss. And now, let's hop into the video. So as I already said, this video is a collaboration with 5 other amazing content creators here on YouTube. Ivy the Occultist, Magical Crafting, The Wild Forest Witchery, Panthera the Feral Wood Witch, and Lavender Hazelwood Witches. If you don't know them yet, links to their channels are all in the video description. I highly recommend checking them out. We set up some themes, some topics that we wanted to incorporate into our videos, and then every single one of us makes a video on all of those topics and incorporates these topics in some kind of video. It could be a spell walkthrough, it could be more of a chatty video, it could be whatever video you want. So yeah, let's hear what they have planned for their videos.
My name is Ivy. I am the occultist on YouTube and on Instagram. My video will be focused on a spell to improve psychic abilities using a mega sigil with a chaos magic flair.
My name is Aurora and I'm over at Lavender Hazelwood Witches. I'll be showing you how to use and make a moon calendar for magical purposes.
Hi, I'm Panthera and my channel is Panthera the Feral Witch. For the collab, I'll be doing a confidence spell for content creators. Check it out.
Hello, my darlings. My name is Amy, and I'm an art witch who loves to do magical crafting.
My name is Heather Lynn. I am the Green Forest Witch, and you can find me at my channel, The Wild Forest Witchery.
Go check them out. They will all also be uploaded today. We chose the same upload day for all of our videos, so go check out their videos. So what do I have planned for today's collaboration video? When I thought about what being a content creator means to me personally, there were 2 things that I instantly thought of, and that was you need a lot of self-confidence and self-love and a lot of steadfastness to get through it. And I lack one of them, which is the self-love and self-confidence part. And since I know that not only content creators, but also a lot of other people out there could need a lot more self-love and self-confidence in their lives, I've decided to show you a little simple, beginner-friendly self-love spell. So, without further ado, this is how you cast the spell. First of all, I wanted this spell to not only be a quick fix, not only a small boost of self-confidence and self-love, but I've wanted it to be a long-lasting, growing spell. And then I started thinking about which element I feel like corresponds most to that. Of course, if you want something to grow and you want something to be long-lasting, then the element of earth is perfect for that. And what grows? Well, plants grow, of course. So I decided that it would be perfect to work with the plant spirit for the spell. To start out the spell, you do this either during a waxing moon or on a full moon. And the first thing that you do is you create a sigil. You could do that in whatever way you personally like to make sigils. You could also make a bind rune for it. Just create a sigil for the purpose of self-love and self-confidence. Of course, if you're not really accustomed to making sigils, you can also use my personal sigil that I created for this spell. But in my opinion, making a sigil yourself always works best. What you then do with the sigil is that you draw it on a small stone. Of course, a pretty flat stone would be best, but whatever stone you have around will work. You can pick whatever stone is big enough from the outside and draw the sigil on it. What's important here though is please do not use a pen or anything else to write on the stone that's toxic for plants or for the soil. What you can use if you don't have a non-toxic pen is to just use chalk or charcoal. That will definitely work. And now that you have created the sigil and drawn it on the stone, the next thing that I would advise you to do is to let it be blessed by a deity of your choice. For me personally, since I'm working with Freya, and Freya is a goddess of love, I decided to let Freya bless the stone. And next up is the fun part of working with the plant spirit. The first way that you can do it is to work with one of your house plants. If you're a plant person like me and you have a lot of house plants, then there are a lot of plant spirits that you can work with. So just make sure to pick a house plant that's growing pretty well, that doesn't have any pests or any other problems at the moment. Because if you want to work with a plant spirit for one of your spells, one of your workings, and the plant is not doing well, that's probably not the best idea. You want to pick a plant that's pretty healthy and growing well. And of course, extra points if that plant has associations with self-love. What I would personally advise you against is to buy a new plant for that spell, or for any spell basically, because you never know how the plant will settle in if you get a new plant. It's possible that it won't have enough light, maybe it comes with pests already and it will just die within a week, and that would suck. So make sure to choose a plant that you have already had for some time, that you know pretty well, and that you know, as I said, is growing well. And then it's time to connect with the plant, and that is actually easier than it might sound. The only thing you have to do is to get into a light meditative state. You don't have to go into a proper trance or anything. A light meditative state where you are well focused and where your psychic senses are more open than they usually are, that's enough. It doesn't have to be a proper trance or anything. Just go into a light meditative state, maybe meditate for 5 to 10 minutes until you feel like you're focused, you're relaxed, and your psychic senses are a little bit more open than they usually are, and that will completely be enough. And now that you are in this light meditative state, of course you should have the plant around. Take this plant and describe to it what you're planning to do. Tell it that you want to cast the spell and that you want to work with it for this working, and ask it if it would be willing to work with you on this spell. Because yeah, of course you need their consent. You can't just start working with this plant for some spell and you haven't even asked if it even wants to work with you on this working. So as I said, describe to the plant spirit what you are planning to do, what your goal is, and how you want to achieve that. And then of course also explain to the plant spirit what you are offering it, if it helps you, if it works with you on the spell. And then just ask if it would be willing to work with you. Then just wait for a response. You could get this response through various different means. You could feel a yes or no. That's what happens to me most of the time. You could hear actually the plant spirit talking to you. You could see something. So if you see something that seems like a yes to you or a no to you, that could be the answer. The plant spirit will respond to you energetically in a means that you can understand it. You don't necessarily have to hear a proper yes or no. Be open to whatever comes up and then interpret that as a yes or a no. If you are getting a yes, if the plant spirit is willing to work with you, perfect. If not, don't try to proceed with the working, because if the plant spirit doesn't want to work with you on that working, it won't work out. So in that case, just choose another plant and try it again. But if the plant spirit is willing to work with you on the spell, perfect. Then there actually isn't that much left to do. One of the things that you will then do is to bury the sigil stone that you made in the plant pot, and then you just have to take really good care of this plant. Because this is the deal that you're basically making. This plant spirit helps you with the spell, and you're basically repaying it with taking extra good care of it. And that could look like making moon water every full moon, to then always use this specially charged water to water the plant, to take especially good care of fertilizing the plant, maybe putting the plant in the space of your house with the most natural light. Yeah, just make sure that the plant is doing especially well, that you're talking to it a lot. Just make sure that you're deciding on an offering that you can give to the plant spirit regularly, basically in recompense for the fact that it's helping you with the spell. and don't let it die. Because while the plant is growing, also your self-love and your self-confidence will grow and grow and grow. That's the aim of the spell. So make sure that the plant grows well. But of course, there's also a version of this spell for people who don't have houseplants around because they just can't keep plants alive. I know that not everyone is like me, not everyone is good with houseplants. So if you don't have houseplants, of course you can do the same spell with any plant spirit outside, maybe in a park or in your garden. You always also have to connect to it. You also should give offerings to this plant spirit in recompense for the plant spirit working with you, basically. And you also should take the sigil stone and bury it near the plant. So for example, if you would take a tree that you really like and that you come by pretty often, connect to this plant spirit and bury the sigil stone near the tree, and then make sure that you are visiting this plant spirit regularly and give offerings to it regularly. For example, go visit the plant spirit every full moon and give it a little offering. Maybe especially during summer, give it a lot of water, or otherwise give it fertilizer or whatever offering you feel fits for a plant spirit. And yeah, this is already everything that you have to do for the spell. I personally really like it because working with spirits is just something that I dearly love, and I also really love working with the moon and with sigils. So if you're trying out this spell, make sure to tell me in the comments how it went. And of course, as I said, check out all the other videos from this collaboration, because I bet they will be amazing. I'm really excited to watch them myself. If you did, make sure to subscribe and give a thumbs up. And of course, check out my Instagram and TikTok and my online shop. And maybe if you want to support my channel, maybe consider becoming my patron. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!